guys. All right. First, let me just get into this real quick. There was a situation that happened at Sonic's from when this was recorded prior to this, right? I got in 2 write-ups at Sonic's. One of them that was a write-up on November 16th, and a write-up was the recent write-up was on December 18th, right? Now I could share what that write-up was on both of them, but the one that stands out to me more importantly was the one that I didn't know of November 16th until the one of recent, the latest one, right? Now, the question may remain, where was this write-up and why was it not brought to my attention, right? Let's just say that the cause of that write-up was because there was some candy that I scooped with this spoon, and I held it like this and held it up, and I was seen, and that's when I was right up. Now here's my concern. Okay, I can understand why that's a write-up. That's cool. That doesn't bother me at all. But my thing was, why did that then got appeared until I got another write-up, and now that could have me on the verge of now me being dismissed at Sonic's. Now for the not for the viewers, but for all the energy, the energy people that need energy. I hope you enjoying it, right? I hope you enjoying it. No pun intended. Excuse me. Cause I have to. It sounds like I gotta say certain things to then have people feel like, yeah, that's what they, yeah. When now the people that's now, and including myself, cause I watch when you watching. Keep that in mind. This is now just an example. This is real life events. I'm not making this up. Moving forward. Now, I'm sharing this for the simple fact of, now this is something that can then be shared, and also can then be something now for, now other than myself, but those, when now coming across things of these works, you understand that you're not alone. You're not alone at all. At all. Right? Now, The other thing that made me wondering is, okay, well, what was the write-up about recent? What was that write-up about? Now, I'm not disclosing that. Why? Because it was petty. Simple as that. It didn't happen for no reason. Keep that in mind. It didn't happen for no reason. But just know it was petty. Now, I'm making this now where light is being shed on, because simple fact, this is something that then now I think can be now a helpful tip, and now certain people can then understand now where I get certain things from and why I share what I share. Be careful who you around at this hour. Alright? Be careful of that. Still continue. Continue on just the fact of focusing on your vision, focusing on your health, focusing on now the things that are loving, lovable, tangible, real, has life. Right? But then understand with life, right? Then it has also death characteristics to things. You know what I'm saying? Keyword, balance. For the better of words, not lack. Let's change that. Let's change the way we say things and look at things. You know what I'm saying? This is that example. Quick announcement. There possibly may be some things in the works aside from events taking place in Simpsonville, South Carolina. I will be also taking time to now gather certain information and actually really be handling certain things. And I think it's about time that now I integrate with now certain things that I've had questions about, and things that I've also kind of been dealing with for actually a long time. Stay tuned. Something just dawned on me, and it's funny, but it's in a comical way where it's like, damn, like, you know, you have those days, Dewey, right? Like, I have those days. You know what I'm saying? And you don't realize certain things, you know? You really don't. You know? And sometimes it's not even your fault. Speaking in third person. Not just generally speaking. Generally speaking would be a different tone, right? I'm on the way back to the crib, and
right now, I just have to just embrace this moment right quick, you know? Like, I do. Because, like, moments like this, or in other words, me embracing the moment, being in the moment right now, I still have to then realize that there's still more work to do. And there's things that, you know, even now, I am to continue my research on, you know what I'm saying? And engage with others and socialize, ask questions, you know, just talk to people, you know what I'm saying? Get to know people, stuff like that. But when there's moments like a couple hours ago, right? And I'm over here just, you know, like speaking on things that's happening, right? But now what's the difference? Right? What's the now that where you can smile and laugh and then understand maybe there's something you really maybe you really didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? Right? What does that really mean? You know? What does that really mean? But aside from that, I also do want to then now is document and now also put the pieces together. You know what I'm saying? What pieces were there to be together? Or the better question, no, the fitting question is now of what was now something that has me to realize you don't know everything, but realize, you know, things are working in your favor. And it may not seem like that. It actually may not come off to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if that is intentional, purposely, you know, but divinely, it's all timing. You know what I'm saying? And it is all love at the end of the day. It is all love. Sometimes, you know, it ain't always about love. You know, as some of us can recall, you know, sometimes you do get angry. Sometimes people do piss you off. Sometimes that then you try to then keep your composure, but then there's moments where you just like forget trying to keep your composure. How am I supposed to keep my composure if something now is you know, is gonna then take a toll on such and such and such and such, you know, those type of things, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I grab a little bit of some snacks, you know. Shout out to them. Check them out, swing by. If you're in the area, if you're in the 864 area, in Simpsonville, South Carolina, or anywhere where then you can go find and go to your nearest Sonic-Drive Thru, go on by. You know what I'm saying? Grab you a bite, try it, you know? You know what I'm saying? But what I also like to share now, like, you know, is today when I was at McDonald's and I was on the clock, you know, it was just, you know, that vibe, you know what I'm saying? Just that vibe. And today I met somebody, and I mean, I met this person. I got to know her name, and she was just, throughout as far as the shift, she was just communicating to me. I was communicating to her. You know what I'm saying? But I bring this up to say, I don't know what it was, but something, I don't know, something, I don't even know how to explain it. Something just seemed something felt different, but it was off. And not off in it was awkward, but off something was of a certain similar resonance. You know what I'm saying? Something felt something just felt first let me just say this. Through the grace through the grace of the universe, right? Something divinely, I was communicating through intuition. Now, no, this is not me saying I was communicating through her in a profound way that me and this person just had this conversation and we felt no. I'm just saying now I brought her up just because I just wanted to share that I got to meet somebody. You know what I'm saying? However, as I really didn't pay too much attention to her, cause I'm not really focusing on her like that. I'm just doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making sure everybody good and I take care of what I need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, she stood out to me, but not in a way where it's damn, she's different, because again, I don't know her. She doesn't know me. You know what I'm saying? I probably asked her about 2 questions. What's her name and what time is she leaving? You know what I'm saying? And from there, we was just communicating based off of then now, just productivity through productivity. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Right.
Close this off. Just some words of encouragement. Although it may be any holiday, in any way, in any form or fashion, no matter where you are, what part of the world that you at, always keep that reminder that at the end of the day, you make choices, but what is being decided upon is not up to you. Therefore, of your options, choose wisely. Let that sink in for a bit. You dig what I'm saying? Remember that. Thank you.
Hold on. Now, for those who know me, I have mentioned in the past that, I really don't really like Christmas, right? But over the years, right, something just reminds me. I don't know what it is. Right? It ain't about gifts. It ain't about being with the people that you want to share with, even if that's moments, even if that's memories, even if that is now things, in other words, being exchanged that then now of the physical, certain things aren't always quote unquote visible. Right. Great rise. You digs? I just want to say this. Look, check me out. I'm gonna get into what I just said a little bit, because I know that seems kind of random, and just seems like that, why would I say something like that when now ironically it's just like, oh, it's the holidays, right? Well, we're gonna discuss that in a sequence. All right. Moving forward, I was just chilling at Sonic's for a bit. I had got off from McDonald's. Everything was smooth for the most part. I'm all right. As far as those, on the outside, no one didn't seem quote unquote injured, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody seemed pretty, pretty cool. As far as I know, right? I just want this to be a daily reminder. As you see all these figures and things in motion and colors and objects and, these figments, right? Keep this in mind. This is what then has your imagination heightened. This is what then why you do the things you say to be petty. These are the reasons. These are the things. Look. Somebody over here got what, food in the truck? But that's what you think though. That's what you think though. Right? You just see something on somebody's top of their roof. Oh, they must be delivering pizza. You ain't even hop in. You don't even know. Moving forward. So, yeah. Like I said, these are not the times. These are not the episodes. These are not the age where we living in times where things are ugly and bad and all this other hoo-ha, some people would say, right? But here's what I'm really trying to have, and something that I think I can keep. I think I can keep to myself. Right? Hold on. Let's take a look at things that where the news. Oh, and there you have it. Nothing. What are you talking about? Nothing. Simply nothing. damn, if only this phone felt how I feel right now, and the words that the words or the sound that's coming or being projected, if only it had indicators that didn't have other people realize, bruh. I can't deal with this. But like I said, you know, about this whole, you know, hoo-ha. My bad. You really think this is just about me? See, I don't even have enough cameras to just show everything. Why? Why? That's the question. Really, why? Now, if I were to answer that, simply because of the fact that I don't need multiple phones in order just to have a camera. That's why I have that's why I'm able to, you know, record with what I have right now. Unless otherwise. Continuing. I also do want to then, you know, share some notes of maybe something that what kind of oh yeah. You already know. I don't know though, but you already know too? I guess that makes, I don't know. Anyway, can count. Anyway. Thank you. So yeah, to pick up from where I left off earlier. Let me just say first, growing up and being in, you know, different households, instead of like the celebration, things of that nature where like, oh, you know, somebody is giving you a gift but not telling you who it is type of thing, right? You know, that has been going on, and I've experienced what is to be considered Christmas. However, over the years, you know, I guess, you know, I was one of those kids where, you know, like, oh, like a present from Santa, I didn't think, oh, it's just like my mom, my dad, or whoever is who has guardianship over me. What is interesting is the fact that is when now, like, I'm in Florida, I'm living with my auntie for
quite some time now. I'm like in my teens, early to mid-teens. I started to now, like, Christmas was now just something I just looked at like, yo, like, we're celebrating something. Ironically, this has been the month of where, you know, something of significance or something that's deemed to be iconic. Based off that is then now where something like Christmas is now something to celebrate. And for a while, it just baffled me at the fact that I realized, like, yo, like, I don't even like see Christmas for what it is. But I say that only because of the fact that it's not that I had a bad Christmas or for some people, no Christmas tree, no lights, no none of that. The idea was the fact that I still didn't like knock it or whatever, but I just didn't realize how less impactful it really is to then realize, like, most people that didn't do these things, you know, that decides to want to get you something, majority of the time, they're not asking you for anything in return. They're not necessarily like denying even if they would think about you, still they're gonna do something nice because it's a day out of a particular year that day you decide to want to do something special for a significant other. And I get that. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Now, the reason why I said what I said earlier is because of the fact that now, when, you know, these type of subjects, I don't have to feel like ashamed, but I also have now awareness to realize, like, based off of now of, I guess, historical events taking place in specific areas or location, and they may have its own origins. Now, it would be a difference if I were to then recognize, oh, why I do these things, because, oh, they're not traditions, oh, they're not something that's cultural, oh, that it's not something that you just think because you didn't experience something, so you figure, oh, I want to go do this for the next person. Simply, it's for the fact that it's not just about one day that you celebrate, but the representation of that is you taking time to now also give to yourself, and you also can remember now through life, this is just not something that where it's like, oh, this is just for everybody. Of course you're going to hear crime. Of course you're going to hear that somebody didn't have their presents under their Christmas tree because of, for an example, something that's going on around local areas, in your homes, in our homes. So yeah, it took a lot of maturity basically to just realize, like, oh, so this is just something that people are deciding to do because this is now apparently around the month where baby Jesus was born. So we choose this specific day of the 25th of this day of this month to now want to go out of, not out of our way, but just spend some time with. And that's where, that part right there, that's where, now speaking for myself, that's where that all began. So now, does this mean that I don't like Christmas? No. Does this mean that I do not recognize the importance of Christmas or what to celebrate? Yes. And it's not a question for me to answer to be if this is something that should just be only like something that's like for only people that really understand why they do the thing they do on a daily basis. Answer may vary on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not about to get so deep into that right now. As much as I'll probably want to talk about that a little further. Moving forward. So, that's just my take. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take. From a couple moments from this point on, I'm going to be heading out. And I'm going to be going back to Sonic's to go pay a visit. Chill there for a little bit. And have a good time. For the most part. So, guess what I got to tell y'all that finally happened for those. I'm no longer at McDonald's. Oh. What's the tea? What's the tea? All because. Why? Let me tell you. Look it, ain't it? All because I burned the meat when it wasn't even burnt. But it looked burnt to those. And they were doing their job. And I respect that. I enjoyed it. I provide assistance and good energy, but didn't give it. You know what I'm saying? Now, this isn't where everything is going from a downfall, but this is just the things that happen. And this is only then really helping me. It's crazy because when I know when being in those environments, I feel what I feel. You know what I'm saying? However, it was for the good. And I see it. Now, here's now some of now I can, share
of not my thoughts. So take heed of what is being heard and seen and felt. Excuse me. I'm not stupid. I did the right thing. And that's not me trying to say that to then mask anything that I know for what it really is. When in actuality, people are going through something, bruh. And it's the fact that then people have to then realize there's choices. I know I'm being an example made of to those that are then where they're doing and where they act out of things. I'm now having to then not walk in, walk out. That's the difference. That's the change. Now, for those that still stuck on the, well, damn, you just really got fired. Yeah, I did get fired, but in words, I was just sent home. You know, but this is my actual break type. You know what I'm saying? Good people. You know what I'm saying? Good people. And I love them. You know what I'm saying? There was no harm done. But I sat down and I talked with somebody to then have me understand really where I went wrong, or how can I improve in something of this area. And when somebody asks you certain things, that's when you call. Because that's when they looking just to see if you really didn't know for what you really know for. I was asked of who trained me, who did this, who did that. I wasn't even trained. I simply walked in it. I walked in a space filled and acted as if I had no clue what was going on. However, my actions say otherwise. It's already on camera. It's on camera. It's on camera. You dig what I'm saying? Moving forward, I did take a valuable lesson. What was that valuable lesson? When you know you are so much better and you know thyself, and even when you know when people are then fooling you and deceiving you, can you still see the good, or do you know it for what is true? Not what you saying in here, not what you thinking up here, not what you visualizing, but do you know how things operate? Do you understand where this is gonna go? You know? Yeah, I do. I do. That's why I don't have to feel that intention when I can see it for what it truly is. Again, there was no harm done at all. Yet, I know I've been tricked. I know I've been deceived. I know I'm aware of then now people are then just doing their job. You know? And shout out to those. Excuse me. When I say I've been witnessing the now speaking on now of an individual who's feeling the negativity, who's feeling people's motives, you know, because they're afraid to really say the truth for what it actually is, because the people around didn't know. That's only going to expose literally now the reasons of why people do the things they do. Simply just to make sure they good and they straight, and not having people, whoever, come in between of what they're building, what they're trying to manifest, their visual. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward. Moving forward. That's what I've been doing. That's where these things that is being exposed. This is what it's all about. Here. It's known. Plain and simple. But when you realize there is then people around you, remember, good people. That don't mean that people aren't then having methods and then having people, good people, do things that then they wouldn't normally do unless it came with a price. Unless it came with then now an exchange. Unless that then, if it's really false, then let it be so. Now, I just want to just share that. And we gonna move forward. I just needed some time to rest, relax, and just be in the moment. Don't let nobody take something that is meant for you. Don't let people don't let people just tell you certain things and then feel as if they don't need to then explain further than what they already telling you or then claiming to be showing you, when in fact what they showing you is just now something that's being projected. There is good people, and there is sometimes good people end up doing things they don't even realize. And when they realize it, not saying realizing it like, oh, they know what they did, but then act as if they feel guilty because that just seems like that's just human nature. No, I'm not talking about that type. I'm saying when they notice
things that's going on within themselves, and in how people prey on people's progression, it's gonna kick in. You know what I'm saying? Just funny, just to even share. I've noticed that I've noticed that moving forward, when I'm walking around and I'm around certain people, it's as if like when you know you guard yourself and you protect yourself, you only seem like now you holding out. But a person can't figure or then pinpoint exactly now why they feeling like that. See, it's now of now people that talk about spirituality, right? And I'm sure many people talk about God. But it's one thing when you walk in your shoes. It's one thing when you can actually talk as if you know God on the level of where like that's the the metaphorically speaking a person like you that you chill with and you can talk to about anything, instead of then you looking at through another person's idea based off now the things that is in the works of a world where it seems as if everything is just a sin, but they realize, you know what, I can turn my sins into now positivity. But they're going to tell you that's not how it works. They're going to lie right in front of you. I say all this just because of the fact that I notice when I'm now dealing with certain things, something trusts me enough to know that, bruh, I know when I see wrong, instead of me then looking at it for what I think it is, I simply I observe the situation first. I ask questions and then proceed. So then there wouldn't be now the part where somebody's going to assume and then claim that I did or I said and etc. When I can then identify, oh, okay, now I see where that came. I see where that came from. Now I understand where that had nothing to really do with me. Speaking in the sense of when you falling victim to another person's actions. Just in case of if I was lost, what I'm saying right now, or in other words, those that then may be a witness to this. People gonna try to rob what's in here because out here it always gonna seem like that's every day. The same shit, different day. New year, new me. Oh, I'm thanking God every day. But the minute that you then speak out and blurt out things of the works where then people operate, where then they just only copying and they not really being authentic for what they know they truly are, then you have to realize people are going to make an example of you by then now crucifying now the fact that then you are just the enemy in another person's reality, because they already can see that then now they know they manipulating a situation to work in their favor. They can see that. But when you see that in the light of where, nah, something ain't right, imagine when people just cut you off in silence, but you pick up on it. Where can you do right? Not wrong. See what I'm talking about? In other words, just to put this in simple terms, it's the fact that people gonna tell you lies. People gonna tell you that the fact that what you doing, and the fact because of somebody that's reporting to someone else, and they clearly see it, they see it plain and simple, because they doing the same thing. But for some odd reason, you specifically, you ain't doing something right, so it got to get taken care of, because there's not that sense of I can just control the situation for the betterment of now the people that's already serving whomever. Answer may vary. This is my advice though. Let people cut you off and see what happens. Stay in your truth. I'm not talking about no false vices that you hear from people. I'm not meaning of staying true to a false identity of then what then people say that you aren't. I'm talking about staying your truth for what you know what's right in your heart. People gonna frame you, but they gonna play it off. Then you got good people that then realizes they got themselves and they got another person in a sticky situation. They know that. But because if they really see it for what it truly is, game over.